Have you ever noticed your hair falling out in a way that feels different, almost alarming? Not the normal shedding you see here and there, but strands slipping out every time you touch your head, more hair stuck in your brush, more thinning near your temples, more empty spaces on your scalp than you remember. Many women try to remain calm, convincing themselves it's the shampoo, stress, weather, or just a phase. But deep down, there's that quiet fear. Something is not right. Hair does not simply fall out for no reason. Female hair loss is one of the clearest internal warning signs that the body uses to communicate imbalance, especially hormonal imbalance. Yet women are taught to hide it, minimize it, or feel embarrassed about it, when the truth is that hair loss is rarely a beauty issue. It's a health message, a message millions of women miss because no one ever taught them to interpret the signals. Your body is always speaking, and your hair is one of its loudest megaphones. When something shifts inside, whether in your hormones, thyroid, stress levels, gut, or nutrients, your hair reacts before almost any other part of your body. Today, we are going to uncover the truth behind female hair loss and reveal what your body has been trying to tell you long before the shedding began. Because once you understand the real story behind every strand that falls, you will begin to see your hair not as a problem, but as the first clue to your healing. One of the biggest triggers of sudden hair loss in women is something almost everyone experiences daily: chronic stress. Not the quick stress that comes and goes, but the heavy, persistent kind that pushes your body into survival mode for weeks, months, or even years. When emotional pressure builds, when responsibilities pile up, when trauma goes unprocessed, when your sleep becomes shallow, when your mind never stops racing, your cortisol levels rise and stay high, and the body responds by reallocating energy away from non-essential processes like hair growth. Your hair, in the eyes of your survival instincts, is a luxury. So the follicles shrink, the growth cycle weakens, and shedding increases dramatically. But the shedding doesn't start immediately. It often begins 6 to 12 weeks after the stressful event, which is why many women don't connect the dots. They think it's a product, a shampoo, a new hairstyle, or even genetics. But deep inside, hair loss is your body whispering, "I cannot keep up anymore." Stress is not just emotional, it is biological. And your hair is often the first victim of a body begging for rest, stability, and safety. If you've been shedding more than usual, look back at what you were going through months ago. Your hair remembers everything your mind tried to forget. Your thyroid is one of the most important organs for female health, and one of the biggest culprits behind unexplained hair loss. This tiny butterfly-shaped gland controls your metabolism, energy, body temperature, digestion, and even mood, but it also controls how fast and how strong your hair grows. When the thyroid slows down, even slightly, hair becomes thin, dry, brittle, and begins to fall out at a faster rate. Women with thyroid imbalance often notice other symptoms they don't connect to the hair, constantly feeling cold, unexplained weight gain or weight loss, brain fog, irritability, constipation, and a deep, unshakable fatigue. But the hair is usually the first place where the imbalance becomes visible, especially the thinning of the outer eyebrows and shedding near the sides of the scalp. The thyroid is extremely sensitive to stress, nutrient deficiencies, hormonal contraceptives, inflammation, and even viral infections. And the most shocking part, many women have thyroid imbalance for years before blood tests show it, meaning your hair may be alerting you long before a doctor can. Hair loss is not a vanity issue. It is a metabolic signal. It is the thyroid's way of asking for help. Estrogen is the hormone most often associated with feminine energy, beauty, and vitality. And it has a powerful effect on your hair. When estrogen levels are high, hair may feel oily, heavy, or weak. When estrogen drops, especially after stopping birth control, postpartum, during stress, or near perimenopause, hair becomes dry, fragile, and sheds easily. Estrogen is responsible for keeping hair in the growth phase longer. So when estrogen dips suddenly, hair moves quickly into the falling phase, creating sudden shedding that feels terrifying. Many women think their hair is aging or that something external caused it. But in reality, estrogen imbalance is behind millions of female hair loss cases. Even emotional stress can lower estrogen levels temporarily. And because estrogen interacts directly with the thyroid and progesterone, one imbalance triggers another like a domino effect. Your hair, once again, becomes the first visible alarm that your hormonal orchestra is losing its rhythm. Progesterone is known as the hormone of calm, sleep, and emotional stability. But few women know it is also essential for hair health. When progesterone drops, estrogen becomes dominant, cortisol rises faster, and the scalp becomes more sensitive to inflammation. Low progesterone weakens hair follicles, accelerates shedding, and disrupts the hair growth cycle. This hormonal shift is extremely common in women who experience chronic stress, sleep deprivation, emotional overload, overworking, prolonged anxiety, or who use certain hormonal contraceptives. Many women blame themselves for being more emotional, more anxious, or more tired, without realizing these symptoms are simply progesterone calling for help. And their hair reflects this imbalance as well. Low progesterone does not just affect your mood, it affects your scalp, your follicles. Your res hair cannot grow if your body is missing the nutrients required to build each strand. Iron, ferritin, zinc, vitamin D, omega-3, and B vitamins are the raw materials your follicles rely on every single day. And women lose these nutrients easily through heavy periods, stress, digestive issues, restrictive diets, gut inflammation, hormonal imbalances, and pregnancy. When the body senses deficiency, it prioritizes vital organs like the heart and brain over hair growth. The result? Hair becomes thin, dull, weak, and prone to breakage. You may think you're eating enough, but poor digestion, low stomach acid, or chronic inflammation can prevent nutrient absorption. And because hair is technically a non-essential tissue, it is the first to suffer when your body is lacking resources. What you see in the mirror is not random shedding. It is a nutritional message written strand by strand. Your gut controls how well you absorb nutrients, how stable your hormones remain, and how balanced your immune system feels. When the gut is inflamed, due to stress, antibiotics, sugar, processed food, food sensitivities, or a weakened microbiome, everything else begins to collapse internally. Hormones become unstable, estrogen builds up or drops too quickly, progesterone falls, the thyroid slows, iron absorption decreases, inflammation rises, and hair responds immediately. Women with gut issues often experience bloating, constipation, diarrhea, or unpredictable digestion. But what they rarely realize is that their hair loss is connected to their gut suffering silently in the background. Healthy hair requires a healthy internal environment, and if the gut is out of balance, hair becomes a direct reflection of that chaos. Every follicle reveals what is happening deep inside, long before symptoms become severe enough to notice. Female hair loss is not a punishment. It is a signal that something inside your body is crying out for attention, nourishment, rest, balance, and safety. And the good news is, when you begin supporting your hormones, healing your gut, stabilizing your thyroid, restoring nutrients, and reducing chronic stress, your hair begins to return. The shedding slows. New growth appears. The thinning areas fill in. Your confidence rebuilds. But more importantly, your entire body begins to heal from the inside out. Your energy increases, your mood stabilizes, your sleep improves, and your digestion returns to rhythm. Hair growth is not just about appearance. It is a sign of internal harmony. When your hair grows, it means your body feels safe again, and your healing journey is just beginning. Hair loss is not the end of your story. It is the moment your body finally asked you to pay attention.